Hi. Did you hear
Showed
that?
up early.
Did you hear that?
I heard somebody fart, and I said, "There's an essence in the air."
What?
I knew. See, I know you're a lady. I know how you gals are. You don't.
We don't
You make.
fart.
Yeah, you do.
Women don't fart.
Because I was sitting there playing. I said,
No.
"It smells like Chuck E. Cheese in here."
I don't think
And
so.
I turn around, and here you are.
No.
In the witching hour, nonetheless. I know what you're up to. You're trying to bewitch me. But it ain't working. It's
I wouldn't even know how
3:46
to
in
do
the
that,
AM.
really.
What the hell are you doing out at this hour?
I wouldn't know how to do that. I don't know anything about bewitching. You have horrible gas, by the way. You might want to get that under control.
Control.
Mm-hmm.
That's something I haven't seen in quite some time.
Yeah, it's a hell of a movie. Did you ever watch it? It's called Control.
Yes,
There really is a movie called
it
Control.
is one of my favorite
It's
movies.
about-
It's about Ian Curtis
Yes,
from Joy Division.
Joy Division.
It is an absolutely great movie.
I noticed your Buddha.
You watch it, but you don't even notice it's in black and white. That's
Yeah.
the most insane thing about
Yeah, I
it. Because you
didn't
don't
even
even
really
realize it's in black and white.
think about
Because
it that
the
much.
emotion's so great.
Didn't think
You
about it that
like
much.
my Buddha?
It's a baby Buddha, I think.
It's the same one like in that movie Constantine, his little cab driver. He's got a Buddha. But yeah, I used to have it on my dashboard.
It's amazing you still have him.
Oh yeah, man.
He's been through,
He's been around. The snake's gonna eat him though.
One too many car wrecks. Okay.
Man, I can tell you about jumping and flipping cars.
I have a. This is a thank you.
Oh yeah.
Did
We
you
got
know
a
that
thank
you had a thank you?
I had no
For
idea.
you.
Oh shit! Hit me with it.
Okay. David, appreciation and a simple thanks are often left unsaid. We realize that the achievement of our own egomania is a direct result of the associates we so viciously penetrate in the rectum. While we do not say it enough, your gaping anus and bitter tears do not go unnoticed. Thank you for giving it up each and every day. Lowe's back end appreciation. Thank you.
And they gave me this cool hat too.
Yeah, look at the hat.
Now I really don't want to name company. Like I said, watch the name. I don't know. But hell.
Oh, did I say that?
But
Did I?
you know what? At this point, after all the things I've done, I don't think it matters. But really, like, as long as names go, but fuck them. Back end appreciation. 2020.
Back end appreciation.
I don't. But I really can't. I don't think I can.
Right. So but I think,
yeah,
you know,
well, this days
the
this
back
place,
of the hat
yeah.
can be visible.
Yeah, thank you.
Know.
But you know what? I actually did. They bought us Firehouse subs, and I always wanted one.
Yeah, it's about time.
And I said, you know what? I don't want to join your party, but I'll just set mine off to the side because I really like to take my lunch and sit by myself and listen to the radio for an hour, just because I need it.
Yeah, of course.
It's like my meditative state. And I ate the Firehouse. And you know, it was good. Dude, that lady hand wrote all those notes. And you know what? I really
did.
admire it. And to be honest with you, I do appreciate the thought. But my asshole hurts.
Yeah, it's not
but
good
the
enough.
thing is that's really cool,
That's
though.
sweet.
You know, I think that was a cool thing to do, and I do appreciate it. But I think they should have put more thought in the labeling of that, because when I looked at the hat when I got the truck and I said back end appreciation, I thought of butt fucking right off the bat.
Yeah.
I like
So
that is awesome. I might actually wear that.
So did I. So
it's like
it's
like before you fucking go and
lovely.
make hats, you might want to, like I said, you might want to think about how you word it.
I thought it was a
back
lovely
end
thank
appreciation.
you.
I thought this was gonna be some kind of gay party.
Yeah, it's a lovely thank you,
You know,
and as
or maybe
they
we're
said,
just getting weird.
they don't say it enough.
But you know what? But she did, and it was nice. I actually did appreciate it. Not that I give a fuck, but you know I do like the effort. I have this thing, you know. I don't know if your sister told you, your mama too. Items of interest, poems, and propaganda.
She doesn't.
Have you heard about that?
She doesn't watch this, but yeah, sure.
You know, I like
yeah,
to
I
put
think
it
I
out
might
there.
be.
I like to put it out there.
I might be up for it. Is there any kind of prerequisite? Do I? Is there anything
Don't
I
make
need to
this
be
more
prepared
complicated than it has
for?
to be.
I get very nervous. I need to know.
I'm just gonna run you through one, and then we'll try it out.
Okay.
This is a hit, man. This
Okay.
is news. Head
Okay.
news. We was talking about this guy not long ago. Very big inspiration in my youth. Jackie Chan's apartment has been seized for auction. It's not that he didn't have the money, but he got screwed by the guy he hired to take care of the legal stuff. That's the way it goes.
Yes.
So what I was reading, because you know I don't want to get it drawn out, but what I read this morning was the guy that's like over his assets.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't following the rules, and he wasn't paying the taxes. But Jackie Chan's paying him, and all these apartments it was for his whole family. Like it was like $4 million.
Yeah.
But they seized it because the guy that he was paying to look after it. Because, you know, when you're in the business, you got to have a guy to look after because you're doing so much shit. You know, this is his guy, his agent. But he was up to some dirty. He wasn't paying the taxes.
That's.
But it wasn't his fault. It was his guy. And they seized it. So I guess that means his whole family's out. But Jackie Chan's got money in the bank unless he's stealing that, too. But that's gotta suck, man. Jackie Chan's gotta be how old? He's
getting old.
Man, he's up there. He reminds me of Snoopy.
Yeah.
He looks like Snoopy. But cute. Man, that motherfucker would take a t-shirt off, wrap it around your neck, and elbow you like 20 times, and you wouldn't know what happened. That mug is. I love me some Jackie Chan.
I know what he's talking about. I temporarily let Sanford handle all of my assets.
Dude, he's new on the streets.
This was during a time when he was hitting the cocaine pretty hard. It was probably not the best idea.
No, it wasn't.
He didn't tell me what he was doing. So now,
he had faith in him. He had a kind face.
So now you have to tell me every dirty habit you have before I hire you.
Well, that's what I told you. Like when I first met you, I was like, hey. Let me go ahead and put my dirty laundry right on the table.
You did that?
You remember I told you?
Really?
I told you. I had a list of like, this is who I am.
Really?
Yeah, but I just want to put it out there.
No, I remember.
Said, you know,
I remember.
I just want you to know what you're getting into. But I said, come with me though, and I said we can take this right together. And you said okay, but I said you have to sign this agreement. Like, can you sign the agreement? And he was like, okay, but I said this is the only way it's gonna work. I said if you break it, you know, I warned you, but I said just stick with me and trust me. It gets a little weird, but I go all the way. But man, isn't that something? Jackie Chan.
Is.
Getting fucked.
Are you sure it wasn't Sanford who fucked him?
Well, I'm telling you, you put money in Sanford's hands, you're gonna lose it. I
mean, it was during a really.
It's all a gamble, really. But
inconvenient
we play
time.
For keeps.
It was a very inconvenient time. We play for keeps, and I just need to be more careful. He didn't tell me about his habits.
That's the kind you gotta watch out.
Well, to be quite frank with you, he lured me in with his beautiful smile. He has an impeccable smile. He has a very sunny-looking face. It glows. He lured me in.
Sometimes I toss the dice, and I'll be like, man, every time I see somebody with an honest face, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna take a gamble on this. You know what the results are?
Yeah.
I get taken for a fucking ride, and I go home angry at myself because every fucking time I give somebody the benefit of the doubt, I'm like, you know what?
Can I tell you something?
You know, it fails every time I get fucked.
Mister, can I tell you something?
But I like to give them the chance.
Mister, did you know that sometimes, I know they're few and far between, but there are people out there who know ahead of time that they're gonna get fucked because it's happened to them so many times before.
But still, I still get, but I never learn because sometimes I'm like, I'm gonna gamble on this guy.
Okay.
Look at those eyes. He's got kind eyes. And as soon as I turn around, I get this fucking penis shoved right up my ass, and I'm like,
okay. See, this is bad.
But I get, but I did it.
So
it's
bad.
all on me. But I like to have faith in humanity.
It's very bad. So I like to have faith in humanity too. However, have you ever met someone?
Every now and then it works.
Have you ever met someone who knows he's gonna get fucked because he's seen it happen to him so many times before, and yet he knows better, right? He knows he can avoid this whole situation, but he does it anyway because he can't resist. It's almost like me. It's sort of like me with smiling faces. If I see a very beautiful smile, I can't turn it down.
I don't know what.
It's a lot like that.
And it's just like this.
You kind of know you're gonna get fucked, but you can't help it. You can't help it.
And like, I got big problems. I'm chasing down a graffiti artist.
It's become like a habit.
I found that there's a graffiti artist running around drawing smiley faces with penises poking it. I don't know who's doing this artwork.
We want to know who the fuck's doing this.
But when I find
it's
him,
bad.
I'm gonna get him.
We're gonna get him. We're gonna tie him down.
I've been finding this graffiti. It just pops up. I don't know who's doing it.
We're tying him down.
But I'm gonna get him.
We have marinara sauce. We're gonna pour it all over him. It's gonna be hot. We're gonna tie him down.
We're breaking all the rules. We're telling our secrets.
We're gonna tell him to apologize to Jesus
Yep.
for what he did.
Yep.
We're gonna find him.
We're gonna soak him in marinara sauce, and if he doesn't do it, we're gonna take him outside and tie him to a tree and let the ants go at him.
And it's gonna be good marinara sauce.
And I guarantee you, he's gonna come through.
Fire ants. We have fire ants.
Let me get back to it. Look, we're getting off track. Yeah. Fire ants.
Fire ants.
They're crazy. This rain, it drives them nuts. You cannot have stop without a start. What does that mean there?
Can't have a
You
start.
can't have a stop without a start.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about that?
So what if... Makes sense. So what if in another reality, the stop is the start?
Well, that is a reset.
Yeah, isn't
but
that just
it never
it's
stops.
just a circle.
It's actually a start.
It's a circle.
But you can't have a
right.
start without a stop, but you can't have a stop without a...
Mm-hmm. And if you did...
So it's a reset, so it's a constant cycle.
Mm-hmm.
What are your thoughts on that? I mean, I was just tripping out because that's what I was thinking about this morning.
It also sort of reminds me of the Zen circle, in Zen Buddhism. Yeah. It is a symbol of continuity.
I like the snake that eats his own tail.
The same thing. That is essentially the same thing.
But it reminds me when I watch
Ouroboros.
Watch the dog. I like watching them when they run in a circle.
That's what
chasing
Simo
their
does.
own tail. I know, but that I'm like, that's kind of it.
Simo does that.
In some kind of way, I'm doing the same thing. I just don't realize.
We all are. So am I.
But I just don't. But you consciously would not realize that you're running in circles. The human being, you will travel the same route every day, even though there's so many other routes, even if there's a shorter route, but you would choose the same one because you are conditioned.
Is it because we're stupid?
No. The human being is conditioned to pattern. Mm-hmm. And you do it, even though you know there's a better way, you like one way.
I guess we're comfortable with that. We're comfortable with
you're
it.
addicted to just patterns.
Yeah, that's true.
Because I guess it makes just. That's what I trip out on because I that's why I'm wild because one day I'm like and I'm gonna leave the house early but I'm gonna go this way this time. Mm-hmm. I like to break it up because it's exciting.
That's smart too. Smart.
But you get to see things you didn't see before, because I get tired of seeing the same old shit.
Mm-hmm. Because what if I'm in the bushes watching you, and you just take a different... You know I'm a creep. So if you just take a different route...
I'm going to call the police.
Uh-oh. Please don't do that.
Okay, yeah.
Please don't do that.
Well, I wouldn't do that. I'm not a rat.
I don't mean any harm.
I'm not a rat, so I wouldn't do that. But I'd be
Mister,
like,
please don't do that.
You need a little help.
Please don't. I'm about.
No.
I'm about to have a nervous breakdown.
No.
Could you please don't ever do
Hey,
that?
hey, calm
I'm
down.
really scared.
What? Are you having a nervous breakdown and you're drinking fucking coffee out of a bear mug? That sounds like a bad...
Adorable.
You have problems.
It's adorable.
Yeah, show it.
It's real, folks.
It
It
is
is real.
I get the dopest
It's
cups.
adorable.
I get
it's
the
really
dopest
sweet.
cups.
Look at his toes. He has toes. Okay, we're...
When I get that cash money, I buy the dopest shit. Look
Yes,
at these pants. I bought these pants.
I don't mean any harm. I just, I think I creep on people because I like to study their habits. It's charming.
I'm interested. That's why I like sitting in the parking lot. I just watch people, and when they don't know you're watching, it's a comedy.
It is.
And I watch them and I take notes. I'm like, God almighty. I see people doing drug deals.
Mm-hmm.
I see people selling pecans in the parking lot.
Yeah.
See people doing like some damn
They're...
Etsy sales. They do. People are selling shit out the trunks of their cars.
They're selling...
But the thing is I'm sitting there and I'm just laughing because I'm like...
Boiled peanuts?
They sell it all. Dude, everybody's selling shit. And they're strangers, and I see it. But it looks like... I've seen a drug deal, but it starts off looking like a drug deal. And then you see them like... I got here.
They're boiled
they
peanuts.
handing over some some ultra secret clothing and handmade like purses.
These are...
And you see money exchanges, and they're like...
Yeah,
Gotcha.
and then they're like...
And I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
These are...
And they park right beside me. I'm sitting there eating a sandwich, and I'm like... I see somebody do a drug deal right beside me.
These are...
And I'm just laughing because my radio's up so loud. They don't even give a fuck. And I'm sitting there eating a peanut butter sandwich. And I was like, man... Like... This has turned into a little New York City back in the 70s.
These
man,
are
they hustling out
peanuts
here.
we hand-dipped in acid. Hand-dipped them in acid.
With the Cajun seasoning.
In acid. So you're going to trip on our peanuts.
Don't tell them that. That's where it gets exciting. The trick is you don't tell them that part.
You never tell them
You drop
that.
a couple of drops in there, like, you want some pork, and they eat them. And we're like, I'm at Disneyland. And, just let them fly.
Oh,
if they jump off a roof, fuck it. They were stupid in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
You start flying from the ground first. You don't climb and just decide to jump unless you already fucking know you got some wings on you.
Mm-hmm.
What do you got there?
I don't know if I have anything on this paper.
You told me you had
I do, but there's 3 papers.
Don't do this
no,
to it. You got so much shit.
I wrote
you got
all
more
week.
than I do.
Honey, I wrote all week.
I'm
just saying
I'm so used to getting let down, please.
No. I'm not letting down anybody. Just stop it. Just stop.
I just see a bunch of shit.
I was about to have a nervous breakdown a moment ago.
Me and Buddha's gonna have a...
You threatened me. You threatened law enforcement on me.
Hey, Buddha. I need you. I need you more than ever. You nodding your head? Is that a yes?
So, I'm very upset right now. You left out... We have a big shout out.
Big shout out
to Mr... What's his name?
I call him Mick Lehrer.
Mick Lehrer.
But let's call him for what he is because he deserves the full throttle. I don't like to be... I usually give people nicknames.
Michael Lehrer.
Michael Lehrer.
Comedian Michael Lehrer.
You're a boy.
Big shout out to him.
And you really are inspiration.
Very supportive, very sweet man. Very nice.
Sam Tripoli is another one.
Big shout out to Sam Tripoli.
These are my guys. I love them.
Sweet as can be. We're all busy,
but we're fighting the good fight.
They have a
I'm just
good
a
heart.
babe in the woods, but these guys
We both are.
They've been really big to me.
Very sweet. Very sweet man.
Very big.
Work hard. They work their asses off.
Yeah, but you know, I've been a writer and a artist and actor for 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
But it wasn't until I came across these guys that I really put it in action.
Oh, I
So,
know.
you know, it's just the beginning for me. But big shout out for them.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely. The value of tight underwear. Wearing tight red pants with boxers, I found a lot of erections. They saw it all. American made. I got the beef. Yeah, man, I went all out. I took a good chunk of change, and I bought some of the. I wanted red pants, like tight fitting red pants, like rock and roll pants, you know, something Iggy Pop would enjoy. But let me tell you something. First time I wore boxers instead of my tighties.
Yeah.
And I was running around, man, and I was doing my thing, but the whole day. I kept getting these erections, but the thing with the tight underwear is it holds it together. But with the boxers, it was a banana hammock and a half. The old lady got an eyeful. There was a cock so big in her face because I was doing cabinets, and where she was standing, it was about eye low. She's like, "Oh my God."
Remember?
She said, "Look," I said, "What can I do? I'm just a man." But I said from now on, when I wear the red pants, I gotta have a whole tight. I gotta wear the tight underwear because you wear a box. I don't know. When you get those jeans and you start walking and it rubs it, it's not a full blown one, but it's like this fucking roll. And I'm just like, oh man. But I said they gonna get it anyway. I just kept going.
Is that the Loch Ness monster?
Oh man, it was a sight to behold.
I know.
But that I learned a lesson that day. That's why they make tight underwear. So when you wear your tight pants, you better keep that motherfucking gun in a holster.
Don't even think you can move on.
I'm not. Okay. I'm talking about.
I can mention probably 2 occasions in this entire podcast I have made mention to.
You doing it again?
Your guy. Your guy. And I know you're very embarrassed, and I apologize for that. I'm just saying, you should be proud. You should be proud.
I got big hands.
Well, yes. I like hands, and I like eyes. I think those are more attractive. By far.
I exercise them.
Yeah. Yeah, you do. They're like
in
hammers.
In more ways than one.
You used to fight oak trees. You used to fight...
I used to be a fighter. And then I gave up the game. Because I wanted to be a poet.
Are you sure it's not...
I still remember the day.
Are you sure it's not because you almost killed people?
No, I didn't like fighting. I actually don't like violence whatsoever. But it just made me feel horrible.
Can I ask you a question? This is off topic. Before you even text somebody, do you ever get a certain vibe coming off the person, but you're not entirely sure what it is? And have you ever been right? Have you ever been right, like, about a hunch you had about the person?
Usually 100% of the time.
Really?
At least 98% of the time.
Sometimes I'm wrong. Sometimes.
But there's a trick to it. It's not like, I'm telling you. I'm not giving away secrets.
No, don't do that.
It's the tone they use.
When
you've been in the streets and been dealing with people, I've been dealing with people and shit, and I've been around.
So you read them pretty well.
I can read them from the jump.
Yeah.
Just by, I don't care how sweet you are, I can tell by what words you choose in your voice. I can read you like a book, and I'm telling you, I can call a scam right off the cuff.
Yep.
But I'm still so stupid.
You're not
Sometimes I'll take a gamble and I fall for it, and you get fucked every time because I'm like, I'm not sure, but you know what, I'm gonna give him a try.
It's David's new hit album.
You win and lose.
He has a new hit album.
You gotta try people.
His album is I Get Fucked Every Time. Features songs like The Time I Hired Sanford, What is my wife doing
He's
with
actually being hanged.
a teddy bear mug?
It's crazy. It's a fucking circus out.
Too many donuts. Why are you feeding the dog donuts? And many more. There's actually many more songs.
Yeah, it's like, hey, more power to you. If he dies, at least I don't have to buy any more dog food.
Oh my god! You sound like every person who ever lived in my family.
The nurse shark latches onto Florida man's arm and refuses to let go, even after getting dragged to the beach.
What? Is that
another
real?
shark attack, and it is this time. But
oh.
I'm thinking this guy is a nurse shark. I'm not familiar with it. I saw a picture.
What did you just say? Did you say a nurse?
It's a nurse shark. I was looking at the picture, and like I said, I was reading it, but I'm not gonna fucking sit there and rewrite a whole news article.
You need to back up a second.
But this guy's swimming in the ocean in Florida. And like I said last time, I said there was this bitch down in South Carolina.
Right.
She's like, I had a sharp pain in my arm, and then I turned around and looked, and there's a shark. Yeah, no shit. But this guy in Florida, first of all, now man, I don't judge nobody.
We don't.
Everybody that goes on vacation, they say, we're going to Florida. I'm like, why the fuck are you? Do what you want to do.
Yeah,
go ahead. Go play in the ocean.
Yeah, whatever.
But I keep reading about these shark attacks. They're like, I don't know what. This shark grabbed me and started eating me, and I had to be dragged out the ocean. And it must not have been a big shark, but he was gnawing.
Was it?
But they had to drag him to the beach, and the shark wouldn't let go. But they drug him all the way. I'm like, motherfucker, what did you think was gonna happen? And part two, why are you at the fucking beach in Florida? Don't you know that it's a little rough out? But hey, you gotta live, you know? But guess what? If you get in the ocean, there's a good possibility a shark's gonna eat you. Because they're going into a frenzy right now. I've been reading reports. Those sharks in Scotland. There's boats. They started surrounding the boats, and they're aggressive. Sharks are getting aggressive. So what do you
think is causing the aggression?
I would think it's something in the magnetic field.
Yes.
They're getting aggressive.
I thought of that just now.
You're in their world, so if one gets a hold to you, I'm sorry, you gotta take that chance where you go dipping your ass in the fucking ocean.
As I said in a previous episode, sharks
I don't want to get on the 5G thing.
They're
because
sensitive.
It's up in the air.
To electricity.
But they kicked 5G up, and I think a lot of that has to do. I don't know for sure. It's just a theory.
When they took a magnet and they held it.
Because it fucks up their sonar.
Right, honey. When they took a magnet and they held it up to a baby shark, it started writhing, because it makes them very uncomfortable.
Well, they don't. They have eyes, but they don't. They mostly work off sonar.
Yes, electromagnetic energy.
Yeah, and that's like killer whales. They work off that. Whales do. Dolphins do. And the technology we're using is fucking them up.
I feel so bad for them.
But
God.
hey, look, they're eating fucking people. They say, fine, I'll just eat you.
Yeah, just get rid of the people.
One day, one's going to grow legs and walk out of here. He
it.
said, I'm just going to walk up on that beach and I'm going to start eating bitches.
Can I tell you something? I know this sounds awful.
But hey, you know, we will survive.
Can I tell you one of my deep, dark secret desires?
Oh yeah, I love dark.
One of my deep, dark secret desires is that nature will take over and completely wipe out humanity.
Oh, that's what it does.
Yeah, I just want to see that happen. That would be cool. That would be so cool.
But I'm a rider on the storm. I don't give a fuck.
Me neither. I don't care.
I'm a rider on the storm. I'll ride that.
It's fine, and I also this actually ties into. I'm glad it ties right into one of my points here.
All right.
Let me just read
I like it when that happens.
What we have ties into nature, and how I'd like to go back to nature at some point. I sincerely mean it when I say, I just hope I can die before it's too late. You know they'll start downloading your consciousness soon. They're gonna regret downloading mine, so I just want to die before they turn me into a complete cyborg. And I want to come back as a bird.
I'd be a cool cyborg.
I want to come back as a bird.
I'd be a cool, I don't know.
I like that.
I don't know, man. I'd be a cool cyborg. I'd do that.
You'd be pretty hot. Pretty hot.
And I walk in and I'm like, where's your hot nuts?
Your hot nuts?
I need a sandwich.
Right, you were going to start that business.
I got justice to take care of. I'd just be like RoboCop with my mask on, and but you know, I'd look like me, but I'd be robotic.
And
I dig it,
You're going to sell nuts.
And you know, but the only thing I'm worried about is the technology I got now don't work worth a fuck.
It's
but
awful.
you know, when they get it going, hell, I'll strap me in and turn me loose.
Mm-hmm.
Look at this.
It's
I
beautiful.
have this from Japan.
It's beautiful.
The Yakuzas carry these, but this was handmade.
Mm-hmm.
Best fucking thing. This is a hitman's knife.
Yeah, that is a fighting knife.
That is a fighting knife, handmade.
That's a modern tanto.
Very expensive. It's one of the most expensive, but it was handmade just for me.
The traditional...
But the Yakuza carry them, and they look like businessmen, but they carry them hidden under their jackets. But when they pull that thing out, it's made to kill with, and it's one of my most prized possessions.
It's funny because
it's hard to get this.
Modern Yakuza, they are more or less businessmen, and they hide their tattoos.
Well,
they hide them.
The symbolism in the handles of a demon.
Yes, actually,
It's
and there's
it's one of my most prized possessions.
a practical purpose for that it's an oni.
Yeah.
It's an oni.
Anyway, I don't want to get too fucking...
Yeah, let's not get into demonology. We're not going to get weird.
On me now, man.
We're decent folk.
What do you actually think existence is? Why would you think I'd ever listen to authority?
That's interesting because what you said also kind of ties into something I have here.
Good, we're on the same page.
Let me just read what I wrote here because it's kind of funny.
Okay.
Wrote it earlier this week. None of this shit is real, and I have proof. Dreams. We go to sleep, and we dream of events that would never take place, dream of people who love us when they really don't, and therefore I call bullshit on reality. If what I dream isn't real, then what makes my waking moments any more real? So it kind of ties into what you're saying.
Are you here right now?
You know what? We already discussed this in a previous episode. You gave me a very hard time. You jerked me around. You jerked me up by the collar and shook me. And I was very upset about it. Very sad. Things fell out of my pocket. A donut fell out. It was a half-eaten donut. It fell out of my pocket. You shook me down. I don't ever want to talk about this again. I'm traumatized. Trauma.
Back to business.
Mm-hmm.
It's a shame. I wish I would have cranked up those Christmas lights. But,
that would be.
Dude, that's one of my favorite things. That's a secret desire. It makes it more intense.
A homely touch. Very nice. Very quaint.
It's an upside down Christmas tree.
I like it. It's an upside down Christmas tree. We don't want to excite you too much, folks, by having an upside down cross or anything. So
I don't want to get your nipples too hard, but we go big in the paint. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Plants do something weird when they grow near human corpses, science says.
Wait,
article, Science News. They've been studying
where
people are buried, the plants, and the decay of the corpse. The plants are doing strange things.
What are they doing?
What do you think that is?
Did you know, it reminds me of what I read about how there are certain fungi that feed off dead animals. Mm. Not just dead plant matter, but they feed off dead animals too. There are certain fungi that do that.
You think it's the rebirth? Sure. Sorta. It's taking the nutrients from the corpse and it's moving the cells through the ground and then coming up to the plant. So in some way
they could be channeling nutrients from the dead.
But I don't think it doesn't have anything to do with the person though.
No.
Well, let's say a guy like me dies.
It's organic matter.
You know, between me and you and the fence post, when my ass goes in the ground, all the bullshit that I've been putting in me, that fucking, you're going to have some pretty goddamn flowers out of that shit. Because it's going to be like, they're going to be the brightest fucking plants you ever seen. They're going to be talking to you. Hi, guy. But I don't think it, it's just cool.
I don't think it has anything to
I just think it's feeding off the nurse. It's just, I don't know.
It's just channeling nutrients, I would imagine.
Scientists are just, dude, this is why I love science. These fuckers sit around and they come up with the craziest shit. And their job is just to research it, but I love it.
What's funny
They look into the weirdest shit and they fucking put a microscope on it and they try to break it. But that's my shit, dude. I love science in school because it's wild ass shit. It's like, but these guys, and that's their job. They just go around studying shit that nobody knows about. And then like, well, we're going to figure out what's going on over here.
Our ego is a funny thing.
The thing is, but it's so interesting.
Right, but our ego is funny because we take a look at a fallen tree and we see various organisms eating it, breaking it down naturally. But as soon as we see various organisms breaking down a decomposing body, we're just like, when it's a human, we just think to ourselves,
that's weird, but
that's weird. You are organic matter.
That's what happens.
You're organic material.
No, that's it, yeah.
Yes.
But I said, if you got something strange growing out of it, that guy probably lived an awesome life.
Yeah,
and he had some weird shit going on, and something triggered something.
But there's people who say, not me. That's your ego talking. That's your ego. You really think
the thing is,
you're that special?
Yeah, it's always strange when
that
it's a
special.
person, but
no.
I've seen dead animals decaying with shit growing out, and I'm like, that's cool. And I keep on walking.
Yeah,
because that's gonna be me one day.
That's nature.
So that's why I said I want you to stick me in that fucking oven over there and just burn me to a crisp.
Just
blow me out the fucking chimney and take them ashes and do whatever. I don't know, snort them, do whatever you want with them. Sell it by the pound, but I'm outie. No, burn me. I want to be burnt to a crisp. Do not put me in the ground. But, if you want to, so what? Just do like mine. Like my man said, but if you do bury me face down so the whole world can kiss my ass. That is the funniest shit to this day. I think about that shit every day.
I agree.
I agree. Dude, and I'm so mad that it didn't happen, but I was like, that is fucking pure comedy.
We're at 39,
all right.
26.
All right, well, speed it up here. We cutting loose. We are. Loose.
This has been very enjoyable.
I got a poem for you.
Okay.
Oh, you got anything?
No, we're wrapping it up.
We're wrapping it up. All right.
Seems time like
washing the dirt from the eyes, the bloody wounds, strapping in for another ride into the distant void of the unknown, with a smile, with some broken heart. The fire to drive, nomad dreams keep the eyes leaning into the window, into the dreamscape. Destruction with a small grasp for willpower. Nobody knows anything about this road but one's own road. Weeping in secret, define the rules, make it taste like honey, while making a little money. Even this pen don't want to write this truth. The devil is you. Sincerely yours, David Graham.
Nice. I like that.
Oh yeah. One more. thing.
You didn't want me to add my thoughts, or what's going on here?
Well, you said you didn't have anything.
Oh no, about the poem. It's fine. Never mind.
Yeah, what about
the
poem? No,
We're done. There was something that I connected because
No.
As you're reading to us, me and our folks, I visualize it. So there was something you said about the honey, but I didn't view it as a visual, like literal honey, but the kind of honey. What would it be to you to get you through the day, through a tough day? What's your kind of honey?
Sweetness.
What kind of sweetness is it to you?
This is the way it goes, man. Like I say, you come across some people, either you know them or you don't. But some people are sweet like honey, and it's this the look in their eye and their smile.
Aww.
And it's the attitude, and it gets me through the day because I feel loved.
Yeah.
And it is nothing sexual or anything. It's just
no.
It's nice to see somebody smile.
Yeah.
And it's actually a true smile.
Oh, I know.
It's and the do thing, like, they just brighten your day.
Okay, I don't want to put him on the spot, but
because I really need that.
Yeah, Michael Lehrer has a nice smile. When I see him smile,
but I like seeing is the honey is genuine.
Right,
people.
But you know why?
You know genuine when you see it.
But you know why? Coming from him, why it's sweeter? Because of his condition and everything he's been through. It's sweeter,
tragedy, But
yeah.
And all that tragedy.
But yeah,
anyway. He has such a sweetness to him.
He's a sweetheart.
And he's inspiring because of his power.
Hell yeah.
And nothing gets him down. And I'm like, hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
No, fuck. That's why I say, fuck you.
You can't beat that.
You can't walk over me.
You can't beat that.
And that's
you can't find it that often.
That's a style I don't see very often. And I wish people had more of it.
Yes. Yes, indeed.
Like I said, when you're against all odds and you still fucking are smiling and saying fuck you, that's why it's sweet. But at the same time, I love you.
Yeah.
But that's the thing is when I feel underappreciated, even though I'm trying to do kind things. And I don't get to thank you. Like I said, you get a fuck you in return. But
of course.
One day you're going to turn around and I won't be here.
That's true.
And you're going to miss me when I'm gone.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
So, on that note.
Okay. All right. David Graham. Tune in next week